Right, hey everyone. Andrew here in Nashville. Severe weather. We're going to cover this severe thunderstorm warning up north here. Let me tweet a link here real quick. Right.
Andrew, do you have that link in our chat?
Link for the YouTube?
Yeah.
I will.
If not, no big deal. I can pull it down here. Andrew, do you have that link in our chat? There's the feedback.
Link for the YouTube?
Yeah.
All right.
If not, no big deal. I can pull it down here.
Hey, let's cover this severe thunderstorm warning up in extreme northern Davidson County. This will be a quick one here. This is for a storm that's in Robertson County. This thing's just going to barely graze Davidson, and I mean barely. So looks like up here right around, there's a little bit of rotation with this storm has been approaching Greenbrier up there in Robertson County. And you can see this these bright blue colors here right around Coopertown heading toward Greenbrier. And that got the Weather Service's attention real quick. And in addition to these other blue colors here, these are strong gusty winds. And that is what got the Weather Service's attention. So they issued a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible indicator in the warning, which lets everybody know that, hey, there could be a quick spin-up tornado that happens within this thing, could get going really fast if things continue on the trend that they were on. So that's what this warning is. It is for extreme northern Davidson County and includes areas like Bakers and Ivy Point, Greer Road, the Baxter Road area up there near Coopertown Road. Those areas could get some strong winds up there in sort of the far corners of Davidson County. So everybody Joelton down to the south, you're not covered in this warning. You're good to go for a while. We still watch the stuff out to the west, but you're not included in this particular warning. Downtown Nashville, most everybody in Nashville not included in this severe thunderstorm warning. You can see here the yellow polygon includes only the far reaches of Davidson County. So those of you up around Coopertown Road and up along Highway 431 there, coming out of Joelton going north towards Springfield, that is an area that could have some strong winds on the order of 50 to 60 miles per hour right up there around the county line with Robertson County, going up into Robertson County. So right there along that county line is where some of the strongest winds are right now. Not out of the question today, as you've been seeing on all of our messaging and other places. Tornadoes not out of the question today, and it's just a matter of what storms can really tap into the ingredients that we've had today. And we have had a lot of the necessary ingredients that have been in place. And we've seen it multiple times in the data that many of the ingredients are in place today for severe weather. But some of the storms, they've had trouble tapping into that energy. And so we want to be very careful with this because if a storm does get into that energy, it could get rough pretty fast. So that's what this is. This is a strong storm, potentially severe storm up in mostly Robertson County, with the exception of maybe just a little bit of Davidson up there. Not too far from Ridgetop, Bakers, Ivy Point, Ridgeview Estates, Baxter Road, Coopertown Road, Highway 431 north of I-24, going up toward Robertson County, those places. So that's what we're looking at here. Let's back out a little bit. And by the way, that warning's in effect until 6:45. So that is in effect for about another 25 minutes or so. And let's back out a little bit. Let me kind of show you what we're watching. See that line of storms there stretching from Waverly down to Lexington and Henderson and Selmer and on down into Mississippi? That's the finish line. So once that moves through here, we should be good to go for the night. This event will be over, and we will be in good shape. So we're waiting for that line to come through. And that should come through in the next few hours, and hopefully we'll be out of here quickly. So the only warning we have in effect right now in Middle Tennessee, close to us, is the severe thunderstorm warning in northern Davidson County. There's a tornado warning down on the Alabama border, down in Lincoln County. Tornado warning there. Had a damaging tornado over here in Scott County, Morgan County area in East Tennessee earlier today. So we have had tornadoes in Middle Tennessee. It's just taking a little bit for those storms to be able to tap that energy. So let's see. Let's see if I make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, the Weather Service is watching that storm up in Robertson County. It was having a tendency to surge eastward quickly, which may help spin up a tornado, get that wind energy going really quick and tapping into that energy we were talking about earlier. So here's a look at the velocities. I can split screen that, and we can look at the sort of the traditional radar view, and then the velocities there on the right. And getting a little bit of a tough area for the radar to read the velocities well. It's going to start getting perpendicular to the radar beam, which is down here north of Mount Juliet, between Mount Juliet and Hendersonville. And as it's shooting up kind of to the northwest, it's going to be a little difficult for that radar to view that. Let's see. I believe that we just got removed from that warning. I'm pretty sure we did. So I think Cheatham and Davidson got removed from that. So it may just be a...
That's right, Andrew. We did.
Yep, there it is. Okay. So just like that, we're out of that polygon. Still could be some rough winds, I would say, still up in that area around Coopertown Road, Baxter Road, 431, going up north of Joelton between I-24 and Springfield. Could be some bumpy winds up there in Davidson County there, but the worst of it certainly appears to be up in Robertson and moving into Sumner here in a little bit. So should stay up on the ridge and shouldn't come down the ridge into Davidson County. Should stay up that way. Well, David, that was quick.
Apparently, I didn't mute my mic in time, and I was eating my dinner. And yeah, they say that your volume is a bit low, Andrew. And I thought I heard that earlier when we were testing.
Well, that's not good.
No, but it's fixable.
It is.
I'm doing a radar image update. So the storms that are out in West Tennessee extend from Springfield to Waverly down to Savannah. They are maturing. Those are the ones right along the cold front, are being pushed along by the cold front. That'll signal the end of the event, and we'll see what those do. A lot of the lightning is stuck down near Savannah, which suggests that without lightning near Waverly, out to our west near the Tennessee River, maybe these things aren't getting stronger. We'll have to watch the cloud tops for cooling. But yeah, so far so good today. I mean, really, I think that storm early in the morning that came through around lunchtime, that formed early in the morning and came through around lunchtime, may have wrecked our dynamics for localized tornadoes. But you can see we have a tornado warning to our north. We have one to our south. So far so good, but we still need to get through this event this evening. That's going to be the issue.
Curious if my audio's any better at all.
It sounds a little better, but I'm sure the people in the chat will tell us.
I'm going to turn it up even more. Who knows? Let's see if I can fix this. But oh, yes. I'm really bumping the gain now. We'll see if that's any better.
That
Hopefully
sounds
so.
better. Apparently mine was really loud and yours was Yours was quiet compared to mine. Now, I will say the wind energy in this line is pretty impressive. Some of the winds I was looking are 70 miles an hour or so at 7,000 feet up north near Loboville, kind of right around that section of I-40. But we'll see. I was going to go do some mesoanalysis work here and see if I could figure out what our environment is now. I'm going to refresh that and pop back into it before we get off here. I don't want to stay on this stream too long because we got to go on later today or tonight here in a few hours. I don't want to be burned out. Plus, we might be talking about my dinner, and that's usually not good for anybody. Okay. So according to the latest model sampling of our atmosphere, we have plenty of instability. The LCLs are low enough. The helicity is right, kind of in range. The shear may be too strong. So it may be that with those mid-level lapse rates that we've been talking about today, being like the bass player that didn't show up for the band, that the shear is probably too strong, and when you don't have bass in your band, it's not going to sound right. So the idea is that not only do you need to have all the ingredients needed to make a tornado, you also need to have them in the correct balance. And right now, the atmosphere is imbalanced, even though all the ingredients are there, and it's impossible for us to know which of these storms will strike the correct balance. So at this moment, the only opportunity for more storms is going to be as this line comes through. Those typically aren't tornado producers, but all the ingredients are there, and if that line can balance up, then we'll be in a little bit of trouble. There's a new update from the Weather Service there. Yeah, it looks like the balance is just kind of wonky in all the different areas around Middle Tennessee. So one of the things that you need to understand when dealing with weather is the environment in Williamson County may be very different from the environment down in Hohenwald or up in Lebanon or up in Springfield. And the data that we get makes assumptions as to what's happening in those different locales, but those assumptions aren't always reliable. So in order to kind of account for that question about whether a tornado may form, the only responsible thing to do is to talk in probabilities and talk in ranges, because to give a specific example of that will be difficult. I know a lot of y'all are planning. I've had to miss an event today that I didn't want to miss to do this. I know y'all are sitting here wondering, and I just can't give you with any confidence and all clear at all until this line comes through, which I think should be. I tweeted this a few minutes ago between 7 and 9. I think it'll probably be earlier for those of you in Nashville and a little bit later for those of you in Wilco. But I think by bedtime, this should all be safely east of us and hopefully without incident. So that's my 2 cents.
Good stuff. All right. Let's jump off of here. We've got one more line to go. We'll be over on Twitter. We'll be there. It's been so fun, and we'll be there till this line moves through. So, all right, man. I'll see you. See y'all later. See you over on Twitter.